say goodbye to weak legs and muscle loss, starting with your breakfast. If you've been waking up stiff as a board, if your legs start feeling like sandbags by noon, if getting up from a chair or walking out to check the mailbox now feels like climbing a hill, let me stop you right there. That's not just age catching up with you. That's your body quietly waving a red flag, telling you it's losing collagen and muscle mass faster than it can rebuild. And here's what most seniors have never been told. Your body still has what it takes to reclaim strength, to rebuild muscle, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. As long as you give it the right tools. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful, collagen-rich breakfasts that have helped older adults reverse muscle loss, regain stability, and feel confident in their own bodies again, without pills, powders, or pricey treatments. These aren't trends. They're backed by science, and they've been used by real patients in my clinic, people just like you. And the results? Often noticeable in as little as 7 days. But stay with me until the very end, because the final breakfast on this list, number 1, has been clinically proven to boost muscle strength and collagen density in older adults by over 30%. Yes, 30%. Documented. Tested. Life-changing. So if you're tired of feeling wobbly, if you're ready to feel grounded, strong, and supported again, starting from the ground up, this video is exactly what you've been waiting for. Let's begin. But before we jump in, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click that button and ring the bell. That way, you'll never miss a single tip, a single meal, or a single story we create just for you. And hey, if this video resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments below to let us know. If it doesn't feel helpful, no worries, just type 0, and I'll know to fine-tune our next video to better serve you. Ready? Let's turn your breakfast into your first step back to strength. Breakfast number 1, boiled eggs, avocado, and whole grain toast. There's a silent battle happening inside the bodies of millions of older adults across America. A quiet, creeping loss of muscle and joint support that weakens the legs, disrupts balance, and makes everyday tasks feel heavier than they used to. But there's a way to fight back. And surprisingly, it begins with one of the most overlooked, yet complete breakfasts you can make. 2 boiled eggs, half an avocado, and a slice of whole grain toast. Let's start with the eggs. Especially when eaten whole, they are a powerhouse of amino acids like proline, glycine, and lysine. The exact building blocks your body needs to create collagen and strengthen muscle fibers. After 60, your body naturally produces less collagen. It's why maintaining lean muscle becomes harder, and why so many seniors begin to feel heaviness in the legs, wobbly knees, or even a quiet fear of falling. But with just 2 eggs in the morning, you're not simply feeding your muscles protein. You're fueling the ligaments, tendons, and connective tissues that hold you upright. It reminds me of Lawrence, a retired firefighter from Des Moines, now 81. He came to see me after falling twice in 3 months. His legs had grown noticeably weaker, and he'd begun avoiding stairs entirely. When we reviewed his meals, I noticed something missing. His breakfasts were low in both protein and healthy fats. So, I suggested he start every morning with 2 boiled eggs, half an avocado, and 1 slice of whole grain bread. 6 weeks later, he walked into my clinic beaming. "Doc," he said, "I took the stairs today, just to prove to myself I still could." And that avocado? It's not just a creamy side. It's a rich source of healthy fats, which your body uses to absorb vitamins like D and K, both essential for strong bones and collagen production. Avocados are also packed with potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that help regulate muscle contractions and reduce cramping. Muscle cramps may sound minor, but for many older adults, they're a hidden reason behind unsteady walking and interrupted sleep. And then there's that unassuming slice of whole grain toast. It offers slow-releasing energy to keep your blood sugar stable and a small but crucial amount of manganese, a mineral that activates the enzymes your body uses to manufacture collagen. Skipping breakfast or grabbing sugary cereal might feel easy, but it's a missed opportunity, leaving your body inflamed, drained, and poorly equipped to heal. This simple meal, built from real, whole ingredients, delivers the raw tools your aging body needs to rebuild from the inside out. One bite at a time, it starts restoring what age and time have tried to take. So if you often wake up with stiff legs, if your knees feel shaky, or you catch yourself hesitating before stepping off a curb, this breakfast might be your first quiet step toward reclaiming that grounded, stable feeling again. But maybe you're craving something warmer. Something you can eat with a spoon that comforts your joints like a gentle hug from the inside. A kind of breakfast that feels more like medicine in a bowl. Then don't miss breakfast number 3. It's an old remedy, backed today by new science, and it's quietly changing the way seniors think about collagen and healing. Breakfast number 2, oats, strawberries, and chia seeds. For many older adults, mornings begin with stiff legs, slow steps, and a quiet sense that their muscles aren't what they used to be. But a warm bowl of oats, topped with the natural power of strawberries and chia seeds, can be more than just breakfast. It can be the start of repair, of joint relief, and of a better day ahead. Oats are one of the most senior-friendly foods out there. Gentle on the stomach, rich in soluble fiber. But most importantly, they help stabilize blood sugar, a critical factor in reducing the low-grade inflammation that quietly weakens joints and muscles over time. See, when your blood sugar spikes and crashes, like it often does after processed breakfasts, the body begins to degrade collagen and trigger swelling around the knees, ankles, and hips. But oats digest slowly and steadily, providing a calm energy that helps your body start its healing work rather than fall further behind. And then there are strawberries. Too often dismissed as just a sweet topping, these little berries are rich in vitamin C and ellagic acid, 2 essential compounds for collagen production. And that's not just about skin. Collagen is the structural scaffolding for your ligaments, the cushion for your hips, and the silent strength behind your knees. One of my patients, Doris, 72 years old, from Milwaukee, came to me frustrated. Each morning, she felt weak in her legs and noticed persistent swelling around her ankles after short walks. She had tried every cream, every compression wrap, even supportive braces. Nothing worked. So we changed her morning ritual. She switched to steel-cut oats, topped with fresh strawberries and a spoonful of chia seeds. 2 weeks later, she called me laughing. "Doctor," she said, "I don't know what magic is in that bowl, but for the first time in years, I stood up without groaning." Now let's talk about chia seeds. Tiny? Yes. But mighty. They're loaded with plant-based omega-3s, quality protein, and essential minerals like magnesium, all of which support healthy muscle contractions, tissue repair, and overall joint mobility. And there's more. When soaked, chia seeds form a gel-like consistency that holds water. This keeps older bodies better hydrated, a detail often overlooked. Hydration matters more than most realize. Collagen can't form or function properly in a dry environment. And yet many seniors, unknowingly dehydrated, find themselves battling weakness, cramps, and fatigue that could be eased with just a little more water, or in this case, a gel-rich chia mix. So if you've noticed early signs of muscle loss, if your legs don't feel as steady or your joints swell by noon, this isn't just a comforting breakfast. It's a form of self-care, one that's gentle, affordable, and backed by real science. It's a small habit that whispers, "I'm taking my body back, one quiet morning at a time." But what if your knees are already swelling by mid-morning? What if your hips tighten more with each passing hour? Then you'll want to hear about breakfast number 3. It's a savory superfood, one that supports joint repair and restores deep muscle strength from the inside out. And if you're still here with me, finding value in these stories, go ahead and comment one below. It helps me know we're on this path together. Now, let's move on to the next meal. One you may not expect. Breakfast number 3, bone broth, pumpkin seeds, and spinach. There's something deeply comforting about a warm bowl in the morning. Even before the first spoonful touches your lips, there's a quiet sense of healing already beginning. And for older adults struggling with aching knees, tight hips, or a growing fear that their legs are no longer strong enough to carry them, This breakfast offers more than comfort. It offers cellular restoration. A simple combination of bone broth, pumpkin seeds, and spinach delivers powerful, science-backed support for rebuilding collagen, reducing inflammation, and restoring muscle tissue, right where aging bodies need it most, in the legs and joints. Bone broth has long been called liquid gold for aging joints, and for good reason. Made by simmering animal bones for hours, it's loaded with collagen, gelatin, glycine, and proline, the structural bricks of your body's connective tissues. And these nutrients are highly bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use them quickly and efficiently. This matters even more after 60, when the natural production of collagen begins to slow. Drinking bone broth first thing in the morning allows these nutrients to reach your joints precisely when your body is primed to receive them after an overnight fast, when inflammation is typically at its peak. I'll never forget Dylan, a 76-year-old former librarian from Portland. She told me she'd given up gardening, something she loved, because squatting made her knees scream in pain. She'd lost strength in her legs and said she could feel the grinding of bone on bone. We started a new morning ritual. She sipped on a warm mug of homemade chicken bone broth, sprinkled in some pumpkin seeds, and paired it with a small plate of fresh spinach dressed in olive oil. Just 3 weeks later, she returned to my office glowing. "Doctor," she said, "I pruned my roses yesterday, and I didn't sit down once. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that again." Pumpkin seeds, though small, are incredibly potent. They're one of the richest natural sources of zinc and magnesium. Two minerals essential not just for immunity, but for muscle recovery and the enzyme functions that trigger collagen production. Sadly, many older adults don't get enough of these nutrients. And yet they're key to preventing muscle cramps and keeping joints elastic and pain-free. Then comes spinach, deep green, rich in life. It's packed with vitamin C, vitamin K, and lutein, powerful antioxidants that shield your existing collagen from oxidative damage. Spinach also contains natural nitrates, which improve blood flow, a function that often declines with age, leaving many older adults with cold legs, sluggish circulation, or slow-healing injuries. Together, these three ingredients, bone broth, pumpkin seeds, and spinach, create a harmony that nourishes not just muscles, but the connective tissue that holds them in place. For those waking up stiff, fatigued, or feeling strangely disconnected from their own body, this breakfast offers a soft but powerful start. It works quietly but deeply, supporting your body's ability to repair itself from the inside out. But what if you're looking for something quicker? Something portable? Something you can sip on while you're getting ready, but still delivers nourishment to your bones, joints, and muscle tissue? Then you won't want to miss breakfast number 4. It just might become your new favorite morning habit. And if you're still with me, finding these insights helpful, take a moment to comment one below so I know you're still here, walking this journey with me. Now, let's move on to the next one. Breakfast number 4, banana smoothie with Greek yogurt and ground flaxseed. For many older adults, breakfast has become a rushed ritual. Just a cup of coffee and maybe a slice of toast, barely touched before the day begins. But what if one simple smoothie could help you regain lost strength, ease joint pain, and rebuild the muscle tone you thought was gone for good? This carefully crafted combination, banana, Greek yogurt, and ground flaxseed, doesn't just get you moving in the morning. It has the power to change how your legs feel and function throughout the entire day. Let's start with the banana. A humble fruit, yes, but one that delivers a critical nutrient for aging bodies, potassium. As we grow older, potassium levels tend to decline quietly, and that imbalance can lead to muscle cramps, stiffness, and even weakness in the joints. Potassium helps regulate sodium, reduce water retention, and support normal muscle function, especially in the lower body, where many seniors first begin to feel the weight of aging. And thanks to its natural carbohydrates, the banana offers energy without causing sharp blood sugar spikes, a crucial element for managing inflammation. Next comes the real powerhouse, Greek yogurt. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is triple-strained and rich in casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that helps preserve lean muscle mass throughout the day. For seniors facing age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, a high-protein breakfast isn't just a good idea. It's essential. Greek yogurt also delivers calcium and vitamin D, nutrients vital not just for strong bones, but for supporting the production of type I collagen. This form of collagen reinforces ligaments and tendons, helping to keep your movements stable and pain-free. I think of Gerald, a 68-year-old Vietnam veteran from Phoenix. He came to me frustrated. He couldn't rise from his chair without using both hands. His legs were losing strength, and his blood sugar was running high. His joints ached by mid-morning. We changed one thing: his breakfast. Every morning, he blended a banana, half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, a handful of spinach, and a spoonful of ground flaxseed. 1 month later, he smiled and told me, "Doc, today I stood up from my sofa without using my arms. First time in over a year." That last ingredient, ground flaxseed, might be small, but it packs a punch. Loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, lignans, and fiber, it's a trio of anti-inflammatory heroes. These nutrients help balance hormones, soothe chronic joint and muscle tension, and support soft tissue repair. The omega-3s in flax work quietly, reducing the inflammation that makes joints swell and muscles ache. They help create a healthy environment for collagen to rebuild the support structures that keep you steady, agile, and mobile. And when all of these are blended into one smooth, creamy drink, you don't just have a breakfast. You have a daily defense system against muscle loss, imbalance, and fatigue. It's quick. It's powerful. And it takes less than 5 minutes to make. For seniors who often feel too tired to cook in the morning, this smoothie removes every excuse, leaving only results. But what if you're someone who believes in the healing power of nature, and you want to experience one of the most ancient, collagen-boosting fruits known to science? Then don't miss breakfast number 5. Because it just might be what your joints have been waiting for all along. Breakfast number 5, collagen powder, amla fruit, and warm lemon honey water. There's a quiet moment many older adults know well. That first stretch of the morning, when getting out of bed feels just a bit harder than it used to. And your joints whisper, "We aged a little more last night." But that moment doesn't have to define your day. In fact, it can become your greatest opportunity for healing. A warm morning drink, made with collagen peptides, Indian gooseberry, also known as amla, lemon juice, and raw honey, is more than just a beverage. It's a daily ritual of repair, supporting joint strength, preserving muscle, and rebuilding from the inside out. Let's begin with the collagen. Collagen powder, especially in hydrolyzed peptide form, is one of the most absorbable types of protein your body can use to support skin, tendons, ligaments, and muscle tissue. After 60, your natural collagen production drops sharply. That's why sagging skin, joint stiffness, and a creeping weakness can begin to show, no matter how much rest you get. But when you give your body collagen peptides first thing in the morning, before inflammation rises, before digestion is overwhelmed, they go straight to work, feeding the connective tissues that support every move you make. Then there's amla, an ancient fruit with modern power. Though unfamiliar in many American kitchens, amla has been a cornerstone of Ayurvedic medicine for centuries. Praised for its remarkably high levels of vitamin C and polyphenol. Unlike citrus fruits, amla's vitamin C is stable and easily absorbed. It stimulates fibroblasts, the cells responsible for producing collagen, while slowing the breakdown of what you already have. In other words, it helps you protect what's still strong, while giving your body the raw tools to build more. One of my patients, Clara, age 74 from Cincinnati, used to wake up with stiff ankles and aching fingers, especially during cold mornings. She had tried over-the-counter supplements but felt no real change. I encouraged her to start each day with a warm cup of water mixed with 1 teaspoon of collagen peptides, half a teaspoon of amla powder, fresh lemon juice, and a touch of raw honey. Just 3 weeks later, she called me with joy in her voice. "Doctor," she said, "this morning I buttoned my shirt without even thinking. It's been so long since that felt easy." Now, about the lemon and honey. They're not just there for flavor. Lemon helps make the digestive system more acidic, which enhances the absorption of collagen and supports better breakdown and use of protein in the gut. And raw honey, especially unfiltered, offers soothing anti-inflammatory benefits. It calms the body, supports the immune system, and often helps digestion, an area many seniors quietly struggle with. This warm drink is gentle, healing, and perfect for those who don't feel like eating right away, but still want to nourish their joints and muscles from the moment they rise. It's easy to make, soothing to drink, and for many older adults, it becomes a cherished part of their morning care. But here's the real question. What if you could go even further? Not just with food, but through small, daily choices that preserve the strength in your legs, keep your balance steady, and protect your independence for years to come. Then stay with me. Because what comes next is more than information. It's a heartfelt message. A reminder for every person over 60 who wants to thrive, not just survive. If you're over 60, you already know, aging doesn't arrive overnight. It creeps in slowly, through knees that don't bend as easily, legs that tire sooner, or that quiet fear that you're slowly losing strength and control. But here's the truth I've seen again and again across decades of practice. You are not powerless. Your body, even now, holds the extraordinary ability to heal, rebuild, and move if you give it the right support. These 5 breakfasts we've explored aren't just meals. They're signals. Daily messages to your muscles, joints, and connective tissue that they are still needed, still worthy, still capable. I think of Mr. James, 79, a retired electrician from Grand Rapids. He walked into my clinic teary-eyed, not from pain, but from the heartbreak of no longer being able to carry his grandson up the stairs. We didn't start with pills. We started with breakfast. Protein, collagen, anti-inflammatory fruits, and healthy fats. Simple changes, repeated daily. 3 months later, he came back smiling. "Doctor," he said, "I carried my grandson to the top step." That wasn't just about stairs. That was about taking back his life. Maybe your goal isn't stairs. Maybe it's just walking to the mailbox. Or standing at the stove long enough to make dinner without needing a chair. These are not small things. They are sacred signs of independence. Aging is inevitable. But decline? That's negotiable. Your body is still listening. It still wants to heal. And it will, if you send it the right signals, one nourishing choice at a time. So start with breakfast. And if you found something valuable in this video, please share it with someone you care about. Someone who may feel like it's too late. Because with one simple act, a like, a comment, a share, you might be the reason they realize it's not too late to begin again. Thank you for being here. And until next time, take care of your strength, your mornings, and your beautiful body that still has so much more to give.